Hello and welcome to today's video. I'd like to thank Solbio for actually supporting this channel. And Solbio is a completely natural toilet fluid. It can be also used in the waste tank. It's environmentally friendly as it's made from completely natural ingredients. So if you'd like to know more about this product, there'll be more at the end of the current video, and there will be links below. Thank you. Hello and welcome to Caravan Salon 2021. This is a 2022 range from Italian cheap manufacturer Rimor. When I say cheap, I mean less expensive than other vehicle manufacturers. And this van in front of me is going to cost 57,500 euros. And you're probably thinking, oh, if that is cheap, I'll take three. So this Evo 77 Plus, so we've got to shout over the background music. So it's a 7-meter van, 5 belted positions, 5 sleeping places, and what else can I tell you? Heating Combi C4 Truma, 141 litre fridge, and they're the extras. Right, okay. Yeah, so it's 100. The base price is 42,305 on a 130 horsepower engine. So this has got an engine upgrade, and this vehicle here has something lots of people ask me about. Sorry, and that is a rear lounge. So here, this is the rear lounge. Well, it's the rear, and this is the lounge. So this would be the rear lounge, and well, as the lights have been going on outside, you can't enjoy the view, which is of a caravan which has been parked there, and got another caravan there, and behind me there's another Rimor van. But here we've got this big lounge for a 7-meter van. My van's 7 meters, so it. What's this? Mind you, this is a bit wider than my van. Here, we'll get this table out like this. Look how big the table is. That's an enormous table. Hey, you could live on the table. It's so big. I'll put it back though. And so, where's the beds? One of them's there, and there's one above me. And these beds will descend. Let's see if it'll descend. Right, I've got a feeling it goes a bit further than that, but doesn't seem to want to. But that's fair enough. You've got plenty of space up there, and under here, there is a net. And the net goes up there, and that's will stop you sort of when you've had a bit too much to drink from falling out. That's the objective. And there'll be a ladder somewhere. No doubt the ladder will turn up. Could well be in here. I haven't looked. Well, it isn't. Never mind. We're going to leave the bed in that position so we can admire it from a distance. There's a bit more storage, and here we have this large kitchen, 3 burners. There's a sink. There's somewhere to keep your cold food. Oh, sorry, it will be cold when you put it in here. And it's got a thing that comes out below as well. Look at that. Yeah. And here we have. Is this closed? No, it's not. Is this one closed? No, it's not. Oh, it's even got a little thing at the bottom there. But, let's see if this works. If we press this in here. Central locking. There you got control, your gas keys are there. Plenty of storage there. Here we have got the washroom. Oh, it's a big one. Nice, isn't it? I mean, it's a bit unusual. I don't want to stand on something and sort of go through it. Look how much space there is here. Look at all this space in the shower. Is there a door? Oh, there is a door, sorry. The door is behind me, and no, I'll leave it. Seems to be a factory behind, but all the same, look at all this space, look at that. Now, having the sink in the shower is a bit odd, but hey, it's got to go somewhere. And quite frank, there's not much room in here for it. Oh, it's even got a hook up there. Yeah, I like that. It's quite good. Right, and here we have another bed. Now, before I start dismantling things, I'm just going to check that it's actually working. Alright, so it is working. Right, normally you have to take this out, but oh no, you don't have to in this case. Sorry. So now, take this down. Right, this is, oh, I'll undo this. And, in fact, I think it'll go down a little bit further. No, it won't. That's it. Right, and there you got the nets to go up there. You can see you've got these like straps that hang that in there. So you've got two beds. Now let's see what it's like under the beds. Let's go into the night position. Pretty good, eh? Plenty of space in here. And you can even actually, well, no, you can't. You could sit here. Can you sit under this? Okay, there's not a lot of room, but you can sort of slouch. Here, look at me slouching. Yeah, I'll turn the camera around. Now, there's me slouching in the chair. Yeah, I'll even move further back. There we go. Okay, I can't sort of sit up properly, but I can sort of slouch and sit under this. I mean, probably wouldn't want to do that. Back round again. And do you want to see it go up? You want to see the back first? Okay, there you go. There's the back from a distance. So I'll put this one up first. You see it going up. And as I stand under here, you want to see me standing, I'll turn the camera around, you can see me standing. There's me, standing under this. Quite a lot of space there. So, can't really complain at that. Actually, the camera has now got this feature, I can sort of turn the camera around as I'm talking. And I think that's handy because it allows me to do things like that. And I couldn't do it earlier, it's a new software update. Okay, let's now turn this back round here so you can see the where we're at down there as well. So let's move forward and push this thing here back up again. These are the light switches, so you can tell me. Where's the? I think they're white light switches anyway. Couldn't tell what light they actually operated. Now, one thing with the lifts, for example, you don't want to sort of mess around with these things because they will burn out. So, you know, a couple of minutes up and down within 20 minutes, leave it a little while to sort of rest. And many of these things get broken at events like this because of people sort of messing around with them. Now, what's it look like with me? There we go. There's me under here right now. And then you can see how much space there is. You know, in previous videos, I went around looking for a mirror, and if I couldn't find the mirror, I couldn't demonstrate it. Now I can demonstrate it. In a couple of videos I've done recently today, I forgot I can demonstrate that. So, great, eh? So, I'll turn it back. And, well, I think I've shown you this one. And I can show you one or two more. But I quite like this one. It's quite nice. Now we're almost at kicking out time, so we might end up getting kicked out. But we'll see. Right. Now, because of the rear lounge, you're not going to have much in the way of a garage. Now there are vans from other companies which have big garages at the rear lounge, but then they cost a lot more money. So at this price you can have a rear lounge, but you're not going to get a huge a big a big garage. Anyway, no problem.
The new film from Disney.
Okay, good. That was not a rude word in Italian, but so although she doesn't know I can speak Italian yet. Anyway, let's go and have a look at a couple of other vans. Got this big thing here, and this is a people carrier, if you like. You know, you carry people, you can carry rhinoceroses, dogs, you know, gerbils, anything you wanted in it. 54,662. It's nowhere near as good as the other van, but I'm going to show it to you anyway. Alright, so you got up there, you got this place for sleeping. There's only one window up there. These places get very stuffy, so my way of thinking one window isn't enough, although it is quite high. Though that's if it was a low one with one window, I'd say avoid it. That's my opinion. You talk to your dog might have other ideas on the subject. Right, now also I don't like rear facing benches. The point of having a rear bench is you can make a bed out of it, and there's a couple of beds down there as well. We'll have a look in here, which is the bathroom. There's no bath in it, it's a shower room. It's a shower room and a toilet. Should call it a wet room. Alright, there's that one. Okay, don't like that. Good, but we'll go on to the next one. If it's open, of course. If it's not open, then we're not getting in at all, and you'll have to see it in a different video. Well, the steps have been moved. Let's have a look. Is it open? No, it's closed. Well, so that's it then. Hey, I'll just take you down the outside and I'll show you some of these other vehicles. A couple of camper vans. There's a big one. I'll have a look how much the big one costs. 56,000 euros. They're all roughly in the same price range. Seal 99 plus. Hey, that sounds more expensive. This one here there's 56 and a half, let's say. And what's this one here? Yeah, 54,000. So it's all roughly in the same price range. Now, as you can tell, the trade fair is over. This is the day for professionals. You may be saying, how come I got in then? Well, I'll tell you how I got in, because the dog got a pass and I just pretended to be the dog. So that's how I got in. Could you do the same? Well, you'd have to speak to the dog about that first. So, this is me in where am I? In Düsseldorf, signing out. But I'd like to actually now have for you to have a quick word from our sponsor. So thank you very much. This is the first time ever that I have accepted any support for promoting a product on YouTube. Now, I've been on YouTube now for 15 years and I'm doing the van life stuff for a number of years as well. The reason I haven't accepted support in the past is because I felt it had to be something which I really agreed with and a product I knew. So I had to feel 100% about recommending it to others. This is Solbio and this is a toilet additive. Now, what's the point of a toilet additive? Well, when you use the toilet, then it goes into a cassette and you have to dump the cassette somewhere. Now, if you just urinate into it, then there should be no problem, But if you put any solids into it, then it makes it a bit more difficult. Now, one thing you can do is if you have constant diarrhea, then you may not need a toilet additive, because you should be able to dump it without any problems. For those of you who don't suffer from this problem, then one thing you might want to consider doing, in fact, one thing you're going to have to consider doing, is using a toilet additive. Now, there's two types. There's the blue stuff, which is manufactured by a number of companies, and it works pretty well, no problems there whatsoever with the way it works. Or there's the green stuff, which is ecologically based. Now, up until now, the green stuff didn't work as well as the blue stuff, but I think with Solbio we're now seeing a comparative working rate. It works just as well. So it's ecological. What it's got inside are natural soaps, it's got natural citric acid, it's got essential oils and plant extracts, and that breaks down whatever it is that you're throwing into the toilet, or releasing into the toilet, I should say. And when you come to a dump station, you can just tip up your cassette and it all flows in nicely. Now you may say, well, I have constant diarrhea, and so therefore I don't need something like that. Well, that may be the case, but one thing that this has got, it's got a rather pleasant fragrance to it as well. Now, I personally like the fragrance of the blue stuff, but I know I'm in a small minority on that one. One thing I noticed when I've been doing tests of really small vehicles, such as 5.5 meter ones above all, so as soon as you open the door, you have this fragrance, let's say, of the blue stuff sort of hits you. Now, with this one here, Solbio, it's got a more natural sort of smell. It's a bit like eucalyptus. I'm trying to find a good way of actually describing it, and the best thing I could think of, it's got these cough drops or these eucalyptus like sweets, and it's got this type of fragrance within the toilet anyway. And if you're in a small van, I bet it could fill up the small van. I haven't really noticed it sort of when I'm sitting here in this position, for example, but maybe I'm not using enough of it to actually notice. Next thing is it safe to use? Well, the thing with the blue stuff is there are good reasons to suggest that it may not be completely safe to use. I mean, it does break things down in a chemical manner. I mean, I'm not going to suggest it's dangerous or anything like that, but I don't think it is particularly good for the environment. If it comes into contact with plants or things of this nature, I mean, there's warnings that, I mean, if you get it in a fish tank or something like that, I don't know why you want to put it in a fish tank, but if you put it in a fish tank, then the fish will die. So this, as it comes from natural things, you assume that it's okay. Now the blue stuff as well, I've noticed I always get it on my hands. And not only that, I mean, obviously I sort of miss the toilet as well. Sorry, I get it into the toilet bowl. I don't miss the toilet, I miss the sort of the hole where you open up for the toilet. And it sort of stains, and it takes a few flushes for it to actually go down. I don't know if that's bad or not, but it's with this stuff, it's almost translucent. Not quite, but almost. As is when you dump it out, which seems a bit odd the first time. You think, hang on just a minute, I'm sure I didn't just urinate in there. But that's the way it is. The manufacturers say it doesn't cause skin irritation. I have never experienced skin irritation from the blue stuff, but I have heard of people having this problem. And let's have another look at it, because here it comes in two. One's for marine use and the other's for motorhome use. Now it could be that mariners use the toilet or they eat something a bit more dodgy, or I don't know, but it's different. This contains 40 doses, and it's dosed via this thing down here, this little tap. Now I know there are people who are suspect of these taps. Now I previously worked in the packaging industry, and indeed I used to give talks being an expert. I don't think I was much of an expert, but I do know a little bit about it. This technology is perfectly safe, I think, to use. It's not, I mean, it's often used in bag-in-the-box applications, and so you get wine or something. The wine's in a box, and it got this tap that sticks out, and you use it. In the company I used to work, where we produced blueberry juice, we used this technology, and I've never known the taps to go wrong in my direct experience. But when they first came out, I agree there was problems with them. I've heard of people saying they put something in the fridge, or they you know, in the van, and something hit here. In theory, you're supposed to knock both ends down at this. Oh, sorry, pull them both up and press down at the same time to get it to work. So I mean, I do accept that these things can go wrong. Just as, I mean, if you don't close a bottle properly, everything will go out. But I make that part. Other than that, the bag may seem a little unsturdy because of the way it is. But I can tell it's made from recycled. It's green plastic. It's I think it's quite safe. So there's some observations on this, and as far as I'm concerned, I really do think it is a good solution for you. Now, it costs roughly the same as the blue stuff. There isn't much difference. Now, I do appreciate that if there was a price difference, that might be a problem. Although, I think if you're into motorhomes, then you probably like living in harmony with nature, which is what I'm in it for, really. I think it's the call of nature, this contact with nature and all the rest of it. So I think that protecting nature is something that I would want to do. Whether or not I'm prepared to pay a premium, yes, maybe I'm prepared to pay a little bit of a premium for it, but in all honesty, between this one and the blue stuff, there's hardly any difference. Right, so if you find that of interest, there will be a link below. It's not an affiliate link, it just tells you where to get the stuff from. I'm not on any affiliate programs at all, deliberately, so nobody can accuse me of trying to promote something to get the affiliate link. But I do absolutely believe in this product. So, thanks very much for watching. I am currently at a place called Alexa Camping, or Camping Alexa, in northern Poland, and you may have heard some of the noises on the outside from the campsite, but I shall tell you more about that in another video. So, there you go. This is about Solbio. Thanks for watching.